Welcome to This Food in History. Today we're back in Italy and we're going to be talking about pizza. Pizza is the second biggest food associated with Italy, and fun fact, pizza is also one of the few words that actually has the same meaning all over the world. Today we're going to be making a Napoleon pizza called Pizza Margherita. This pizza is named for Italy's Queen Margherita, who visited the Pizzeria Brandi in Naples in 1889. Raphael Esposito created this for the Queen because it contained the three colors of the new Italian flag. You've got red in tomato, white in mozzarella, and green in your fresh basil. In order to qualify this as a real margherita, though, the pizza actually must be made from durum wheat flour, fresh yeast, water, and sea salt, with a topping of olive oil, San Marzano tomatoes, as well as mozzarella made from buffalo milk. The pizza's got to be round, made to order, and cooked in a wood-fired oven. I'm not set up for any of that, but we'll be doing our best. There are obviously endless ways pizza can be made around the world, but for traditional and authentic Italian ways, there are a few staples found around Italy. All, of course, are supposed to be made with the freshest of ingredients. Among the tomato-based ones, marinara is the oldest of them all. So it was actually created in 1734. It's super simple with just tomato sauce, garlic, oregano, and extra virgin olive oil, and it was named because it was a favorite among fishermen for the area. There's also a pizza capriccio with a topping of mushrooms, prosciutto, artichoke hearts, olives, and half of a boiled egg. There's a quattro formaggio, which uses a 4-cheese combination of fresh mozzarella and 3 local kinds of cheese, such as gorgonzola, ricotta, parmigiano, and sometimes stronger cheeses like fontina or taleggio. There's a pizza al taglio, also known as pizza rustica, that you can find sold almost everywhere in Italy, and it's actually piled with some marinated mushrooms, onions, and artichokes, and it's a street-style pizza for like stalls and things. They cook it on a sheet pan for anyone to be able to enjoy as a quick lunch. There's a new trend with sweet pizzas, and traditional pizzerias are starting to kind of jump into it, kind of making dessert pizzas, where you might find flavor combinations like Nutella, honey, fruit jam, yogurt, sometimes even mustard and liquor. If you really love pizza and want to take it to the test, you can join in Napoli, which is where you can find Pizza Fest. It's an 11-day long celebration that is born in the city where they say pizza was born. It actually takes place in front of the Maschino Angiano, which is just a breathtaking backdrop. The first pizza day was arranged in 1995. In this pizza day and during this week, famous pizzerias from all over the world actually come in to compete. They have an actual jury that judges the pizzas as well as local opinions for all of it. And you just get the world title of best pizza. But we say in here that pizza was invented in Naples, but what's really the history behind it? The Etruscans, who lived in modern-day Tuscany and Latinum between the 9th and 1st centuries BC, were the first people in Europe to actually enjoy baked pizza-like flatbreads, but baking itself was invented by the Egyptians. The first written attestation of the word pizza dates back to 997 AD. It comes from the Latin pinza, past participle of the verb pensare, which means to flatten out, and likely is a reference to the shape of the pizza itself. There were several cultures, including the Greeks and the Phoenicians, who ate flatbread made from flour and water. The dough would be cooked by placing it on a hot stone and then seasoned with herbs. The Greeks called this early pizza plankanos, and it was originally used as an edible plate when thickening stews or thick broth. It's not yet what we would call pizza, but it's kind of like a modern focaccia. These early pizzas were eaten between Rome, Egypt, Babylon, and kind of praised as well by some ancient historians. The version of the modern-day pizza into Italian cuisine actually kind of happened in the 18th and 19th century when we started getting tomatoes into the food. So even though tomatoes were introduced in Italy in the 1530s, they actually thought it was poisonous, and they really only grew them for decoration. However, when peasants started, starving, they then started trying to eat the deadly fruit, and that's where you start getting early versions of pizzas. It would be sold cheaply, and anyone could have it in the streets, and so then street stalls started actually selling them. And then as it grew more and more popular, these street vendors finally gave way to actual shops. So within 1830, the very first pizzeria was created in Naples, the Antica Pizzeria Portalba. It was the first true one, and as far as we know right now, still operating today. They then expanded throughout Italy and eventually the world, where we can enjoy different versions of pizza everywhere, from deep dish in Chicago to the New York flat. However, in Italy, these aren't the ways that you make it. And here we have our pizza. It may not have all the ingredients from the right places, but it's fresh, simple, and simply delicious.